Today, we're going to talk about time management. Okay, so we have two types of people that are in Mary Kay. Most of the people that are in Mary Kay work a full-time job. So their schedule, their time is taken up mostly by work. So they work 8, 9, 10 hours a day. Then they race home, they cook dinner, they put the kids to bed, la, 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 la. And it's just like do, 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 do. And those people, which are most of the people in Mary Kay, think, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. I can't do Mary Kay. Because then on the weekends, they clean the house, they go to church, they have maybe an afternoon of fun or an evening, and they're just like overwhelmed. That might be you. Most people in Mary Kay, that's their life, okay? And you might think you can't do it, but you can, and I'm going to show you how. Okay, then there's this other group, and that was me when I first started, and they tend to be a stay-at-home moms. Okay, so here, the life of a stay-at-home mom is super busy. You guys know that. You wake up, you this for the kids, this for the kid, this for the kids, da 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 da, over and over, all over the place, working. Okay, and maybe you have a little spare time and stuff, but maybe you don't feel like, I don't know, maybe you fill it with soap operas, or you have a habit of just sort of doing the same thing, and you don't discipline yourself to work. Okay. You have more time, nap time or when the kids are in school, but you have not disciplined yourself yet to work. Okay, so those are the two extremes. You have some time. Maybe actually there's many people that are retired that are doing Mary Kay. So it could be the retired folks as well. And you're just used to this and this and this and this. And then the working gals are used to being like totally overwhelmed already. Okay. Yeah, that's the facts. Okay, so what do you do to make your business successful and still keep your priorities of faith first, family second, and work third? What do you do? Two things. The first thing is you do a weekly plan sheet. Okay, so I'm going to show you that. The second thing is you do the 6 most important things to do list every single day. Okay, all right. Now, first of all, you need a date book. Now, I used to use a big honking date book for, gosh, 30 years. Okay, but recently, I got out of my comfort zone and I went to my phone and found Google Calendar. It has changed my life. I can be out and about and book somebody for a party or a facial and just go, oh, looks like I have some time here. And I should just tap on it and put the gal's name in and da 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 da. Super cool, right? Let me just show you how that looks, because you can have it on your computer too. All right. So, in fact, let me go through it. This is a day in my life, and I have reserved some time for quiet time here. Okay. Some time to return emails and texts here, because we wanted to take a little time to do that. Working out here, workout is very important to me. And you'll notice I only work out for an hour, but I've designated 2 hours. Now, there's a lesson in that I'd like for you to know. Many times people don't think about drive time, and they don't think about things that they like to do and why they like to be there early. So for me, the drive time to work out is 15 minutes, but also I like to be there 15 minutes early so I can get a good spot. So I know when I look at the clock that I need to leave the house at 8:30 to have a happy day and get to my spot at Zumba. All right. Now the class ends at 10. Why do I have another half hour here? Well, it takes 15 minutes to get home. And then I always reward myself with a beautiful iced tea and a little egg bites. Okay. So I need to know that this whole workout time takes 2 hours, not 1 hour. See, a lot of times we underestimate the time things take, and then we are late, and we never want to have that reputation, right? Also, here's another little tip that can help you in planning your day and having that integrity of showing up on time and having that peacefulness that you can have when you have managed your time correctly. I know it takes a half an hour for me to shower and dress. I know I'm a speed demon, but I like to take my time and I like to just make sure I am ready and that I'm not rushed. So I allot an hour to get dressed. Okay. You see, I have a little half hour here of nothing. I've obligated myself to film my husband for his cooking show and have lunch with him afterwards. Because his food is so delicious, I want to eat it with him. I've allotted 2 hours. Okay. And then I have designated work time. Okay. Right here for 4 hours. Now, I want you to note something. If you're looking at this and going, I can't do this. I can't work 4 hours on my business. You don't understand, Kathy. I want you to remember as you're looking at my actual schedule here that I'm a national sales director. I've been doing this for over 30 years. I have supported my family. I put the kids through college. I paid the mortgage. I paid the gas and electric, all of it on Mary Kay income for more than 20 years. So it would behoove me to apply, gosh, at least 4 hours today on my Mary Kay, right? So I don't want you to do a comparison and freak yourself out. Okay. When I first started Mary Kay, I was a stay-at-home mom and we didn't have any technology. Oh my gosh. We didn't even have credit cards. Yeah, that's crazy. That's so crazy. But anyway, but I would not be able to work until after 6 p.m. when my husband came home. He worked 12 hours a day. So after 6, okay? So I had a little time with him and I was able to work a little bit, not every single evening. But I tell you that to let you know that when you are a consultant, like you are now, a new consultant, you can work it how you want to. All right. I want you to really capture that. Okay. Don't want you to feel like discouraged or like you don't have enough time because that's a lie. In fact, let me get off of this here. You can see how I've scheduled things. Okay. Yours would look probably totally different. Your workout might be at 6 a.m. You might wake up at 5. You might drive to work at 7. You might stay there for 8 to 10 hours. Then you might rush home, blah, blah, blah. But maybe at lunchtime, 15 minutes, you could shoot out a few texts. Okay. Something like that. All right. Or maybe over here, you can schedule some text to go out the next day, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, I do this throughout the week. Every single day when I make appointments, I will have something like this. This is for Wednesday. I have my Thursday and I have my Friday and so on and so forth, right? So that's called a weekly plan sheet. I can look at that on my phone in a weekly so that I can see where I have time to do family stuff, to do kids stuff, to do Mary Kay, blah, blah, blah. Okay. By the way, remember how I told you that the meetings are so imperative to your success? Make sure you don't book anything on top of your weekly meeting. Okay. If you want to be successful, which I know you do, never schedule anything on top of that weekly training meeting. Okay. So that's the weekly plan sheet. Now, also, you'll notice that there's some tasks here that are income producing potentially tasks. Okay. Some aren't, but I've got tasks. So during this 4-hour period, which yours is probably going to be a lot less than 4 hours, I know that. But during that 15 minutes, half an hour, whatever, you need to know what to do. You're your own boss, but you need to know what to do. So pretend that you are the manager of yourself and you write down, Mary Kay always said, 6 most important things to do. Okay. Let me tell you the story behind that. Well, Schwab, can't remember his first name, but he's super famous, right? Like a billionaire guy. Anyway, so he had this company, and this guy, this very brave guy, went up to Schwab and said, I can increase the productivity of your people that work for you. I know I can. And you don't have to pay me unless it works. And so Schwab said, well, I have nothing to lose. Go ahead. Go ahead. Well, what did he do? He sat down with every executive and said, every day I want you to write down 6 most important things to do. The most important things, and I want you to do those first. Well, the results were just amazing. Woo! Productivity, sales, everything went up, up. And I think his name was Howard Schwab. Don't quote me, but anyway, he paid that guy $10,000, and that was years ago. So that's a huge amount of money today. So Mary Kay always used to call that the $10,000 list. And so she thought if it was good enough for Schwab, it was good enough for us. So we do 2 things in Mary Kay. For our peaceful week, but a powerful week, we do our weekly plan sheet. Okay, we do it. We can post it on the refrigerator for our family to see when we're going to be working. We can make a copy of it. We certainly have it. I believe it's best on the calendar simply because you can book on the go and you know it, and you don't have to carry. You want to see my giant date book that I still have it because it has such a nice cover on it. Oh my goodness. It has such a nice cover, and I never hardly used it. Yep. I love this date book so much. I really did. I miss it kind of. I like paper, but this one's not filled out because I moved over to the computer. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to paper. Paper's pretty good too, but you do have to carry this to make your booking appointments on the go. So this might be better. Anyway, and then the 6 most important things to do, that should be done every single day, right? And if you don't get to all 6, you just carry some of those over to the next day and try to accomplish them then. Okay? This is going to give you such peace, enable you to have your priorities of your faith first, your family second, and your work third. Okay. It's going to give you such power. So you're not going to be like, oh, Mary Kay, I'm not making any money. You got to do the activity to make money. But if you do the 6 most important things to do list and you do them, they're the most important things that make you money. You're going to make money in time. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to feel successful, but I also want you to feel peaceful. So will you write those things down? Do a weekly plan sheet and do your 6 most important things to do list, and do it the night before. Okay, don't run into your day and go, what am I doing? Oh my gosh. No, try to do it the night before so that when you wake up, you know exactly what you're doing, where you're going, your 6 most important things to do, and it will empower you. And I'll end with this. This is a quote from my friend Linda Kutupin. We are where we are because of the choices that we make, or the choices that we allow others to make for us. Let's make some good choices on our time, shall we? I know you will.